What's your name?
My name's Charlie.
Which day of the week is your favorite?
I really don't have a consistent one that I could tell you. Whatever day of the week that I feel like the most accomplished and satiated, I guess, that I just feel content with myself and confident, which is usually lands probably around the Saturday region. Like I would say on average, but it's never the same.
What's your favorite color?
I think probably I'll probably have to say brown. I wear a lot of brown clothes. I got some brown stripes in my hat right now. I always got something brown on. It's just like I think it just goes with everything.
Where what's a dream you have?
Like an aspiration or like a dream I had at night.
However you want to perceive it.
Well, one dream I have is to be in the NBA. Not that I think that it will ever happen, but if I just woke up one day and I was like drafted into the NBA, I would be pretty pleased with that.
Do you have any dreams you like dream of when you sleep?
Yeah. I had a dream that I was like implicit in a double homicide event. I wasn't happy about it when it was going down in the dream, but I was really scared that we were gonna get caught, and I was just like, oh shit, I was freaking out like in the car with all the people driving away, and then I woke up and I was like, man, thank God I didn't do that, and then I felt pretty good about myself for not murdering anybody.
Do you believe in God?
Well, I believe in. I believe that when people say God, like they mean different things, like directly with their religion, with like what they call it and all that. But I think we're all like hinting. It's all hinting at the same thing, which is just like some. It's kind of a cliche like term, but like higher power. I don't know what else to call it. You could call it God, or you could call it anything. But I've like seen like I see the same like conclusions through like certain like theologies and just like spiritual thinking and just like going through life and like having new thoughts in my brain growing, being pretty young, like. Making new realizations about myself and like my environment and just having like deep conversation with my bros. It's like we really are getting at something. I think just about everybody I talk to believes in isn't like totally atheist, or like these friends that I've had that have been atheists. Truly atheists, where they're like, no, like it's just the physical world. Like there's even like enough beauty just in the physical world to me that is like God. You know what I mean? I don't need to like picture a dude in the sky or whatever. This shit is just crazy. So that's like what makes it crazy. The shit that we can't like explain. That's God. That was pretty hard to follow, but that's what I said.
Do you have the same religion as your parents?
No.
Or what do you like? Are your parents religious?
Well, they say they're Christian, but I think that it's a little more nuanced than that, and they just don't like to flesh it out. I think they're probably more closer to what I think, which is like some higher power. But yeah, my dad was raised Catholic, my mom was raised like some other type of Christian, and we would go to some like Episcopalian church or something, but we would only go on the holidays. It wasn't that deep. Yeah, but they're Christian.
Where do you think we go when we die?
I don't know that one yet. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say like some type of like mass. Well, I don't know. Maybe if there's a mass of souls out there that is like more of a singular, unified entity of some kind. Maybe you could say that that's like through decomposition and like being reintroduced into the environment, and your particles were like made of dinosaur pee or like whatever. Maybe that's really like maybe the dinosaur spirit is in you then, maybe that's the reincarnation. Like maybe it's not something that's like a literal soul going into the sky. Maybe like that analogy is more talking about a natural process that is truly spiritual in itself without considering like another plane or anything, you know what I mean?
Where do you hope to go? Like, what do you hope to see when you die? Yeah.
I would hope to just be like, I would hope to have some semblance of consciousness beyond my death, just because, wishful thinking, but if not some level of consciousness, at least, continuing. Well, I can't help but continue to the physical particles that make me up are gonna keep going, so I can't help that. But that's cool with me. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about the future?
I'm pretty hyped about it, I guess.
Why?
Cause I get to like see it, but I also doubt that things in the world are gonna get really much better in terms of like suffering and like injustice, whether that's like to people or to the environment, which really they're the same thing, but it's looking pretty bad that way, and I'm not seeing a lot of like paths towards resolving a lot of that stuff, which makes me sad. But you have to have hope about it, or else you just sad all the time. So
where does your hope come from?
Like stuff that I think is cool, like music that I like, the stuff that just makes me like really excited, like music and like pretty trees and fish and like cats and stuff, and damn, like there's a lot, really good movies and really beautiful people on the inside that you can talk to and feel nice. Connecting with people. And junk like that.
What do you want?
Well, immediately some money, which is funny because I understand that I'm participating in a system that I don't like really know how I feel about, but I wanted some money so I can support myself and junk like that. And then beyond that, I want just to actualize myself in terms of like being self-conscious and accomplishing what I value.
What's some good advice you've been given?
That I've been given?
Yeah, or want to give, either one.
I've definitely been given a lot more than I can give, but I'm trying to remember the best example. I guess a failure to plan is a planning.
Plan to fail.
Yeah. Failing to plan is planning to fail.
What's your plan?
I guess, to fail if I don't have one. But I'm working on that. But I mean, just develop myself as an artist. Keep working. Keep moving. I guess, you know, save up some money and be more comfortable with myself. And then keep doing that. Keep making stuff. Keep making art. One day I'd like to open up some kind of school or something.
What would the school be?
It'd probably be like a technical arts school for people who ordinarily wouldn't be able to afford it. Like basically like an NYU, the whole like engineering arts center that they have in downtown Brooklyn. That whole situation, it makes me so happy to learn. And like it just makes me so hungry to like create in a way that I really feels like essential to me. And it's like $1 billion to go here, so it's just like I just think that's something everybody should have access to if they want, like just growing up and learning. And if that's your style, if that's what makes you excited, like you should be able to have access to all the things they need to use to do that. So like a school like that for anybody somehow get some kind of funding. I don't know how that works.
Would you do it back home or in New York?
Wherever they need it, you know. Wherever it's needed. I mean, probably here would make sense, but there's people who would need it in North Carolina too, for sure.
What's something new you've learned?
Man, it's obviously like so many small intangible things that I can't even articulate every day. But I'm trying to think of just like a good, you know, just a zinger of like something really nice that I learned. Like one of them factoids. Man, they got bike polo, so they play polo on bikes. That's pretty crazy. That's something I learned. And my friend happens to be just about the most notorious bike polo star that you could be here in New York City.
What are you looking forward to?
Speaking of bikes, I'm looking forward to building 2 bikes. One to ride and one for this art project that I'm doing. It's cool to build stuff that you can ride around, and bikes are awesome to me.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Well, I think I said enough, to be honest. Probably said too much. Oh, I have a question. What